Welcome to Spyder Auto's step bar installation guide for the Honda Element. Before we get started, you'll need a 12, 13, and 16 mm socket and ratchet, and a flathead screwdriver. We've laid out the contents of your step bar kit here for illustration purposes. We'll start up at the front, just behind the front tire. Here we have the two parts of your front bracket. Assemble the front bracket as shown. Install four 12 mm bolts through the holes in the brackets and then secure them with the four 13 mm nuts. When you've finished, your assembled bracket should look like this. Moving on, remove these two flathead filler plugs to expose two factory threaded holes. Now we'll install a 12 mm bolt through the bracket into one hole to support the bracket. Leave it finger tight. Looking straight up, we'll install a 12 mm bolt into the factory threaded hole by the catalytic converter. Leave this finger tight. Then install a 12 mm bolt into the other factory threaded hole to mount the front bracket. Remember, finger tight. Next, we'll move down to the rear. Remove the two rubber plugs shown using a flathead or similar tool. Now locate two bolt plates and add a nylon washer to each. Insert a bolt plate into both of the body openings, as shown. Next, we'll mount the rear bracket onto the bolt plate studs. Install two 16 mm bolts to mount the bracket. Leave these finger tight for the moment. Now we'll verify that our step bar is correct for this side of the car and that all mounting holes align correctly. Install two 16 mm front step bar bolts. Then install two 16 mm rear step bar bolts. Leave these finger tight for the moment. Now take a moment to adjust your step bars as needed. It's time to tighten everything down. Tighten the two 12 mm front bracket bolts. Tighten the four 13 mm front bracket nuts. Tighten the remaining 12 mm front bracket bolt. Moving rearward, tighten the two 16 mm rear bracket nuts. Stepping out from under the Element, tighten the two 16 mm rear step bar bolts. Then tighten the two 16 mm front step bar bolts. Just check that your step bars are tight and you're done. Congratulations, you successfully installed the set of Spyder Auto step bars on your Honda Element.